First off, I owe y'all an apology. I apologize. I know last time I did a post, I left things kind of hanging in the air, and I didn't follow up. So, to that end, my family is back home, yes, and they were fine. And then Friday they woke up to a boil order, and then Saturday the power went out without them having enough water boiled. The boil order has since been lifted and the power is back on, but my husband was ready to bug out if it hadn't come on by the afternoon, because he did not want to be there when the roads iced over again. He did have a place to go, and the girls were safe, so everything happened at home okay. It turned out okay. All right, now, when I was sitting in a hotel room, and Friday morning I called to check on my truck. And I really got to give props out to Omaha Freightliner. I was expecting it to take all weekend to get everything that was wrong with my truck done, or longer. Turns out they did it overnight. Friday morning, my truck was ready for me to take it out and get to work. So I picked up the truck. I did a quick Walmart run and finally got my load assignment and headed out. Saturday for me was fairly uneventful. Nothing really happened. I just driving across South Dakota and Montana. Those days go really quick. By the time I finished, I didn't realize, it didn't feel like I had done over 600 miles, but I had. And then Saturday night, I stopped at the truck stop for the night that I was planning on getting up and showering on Sunday morning. Now, to shower as a truck driver, you have to use the showers at the truck stops, and they can charge anywhere from $12 to $15 for a shower. That is unless you have a shower credit, which you earn by fueling up your tank with, depending on the truck stop, anywhere from 50 to 75 gallons, which for a diesel truck, that's easy to do. I do over 100 when I top off my tanks. So, but I'm confined to wherever the company says that I can fuel. And the company only has contract with one chain. It's a major chain. They're all over the country. There's not a problem finding them. Well, in South Dakota, there's a problem finding them, but in South Dakota, there's a problem finding any of the chains out there. But I stopped Sunday morning in Montana at that chain. My plan was to get up in the morning and get a shower and knock out the rest of the day, or the rest of the trip, get to within 20 miles where I'm at now by last night, and reset my clock while I'm here, which requires 34 hours of not doing anything. That was what my plan was. Well, I woke up Sunday morning and my reefer was throwing a yellow light. Now, I haul refrigerated unit, meaning the trailer that I haul has food. And everything that goes into a grocery store has, almost everything requires some sort of temperature control. Ice cream, for example, you run it at the bottom of the reefer, which is 20 below. Most frozen stuff runs at anywhere from 10 below to 0. The warmest I've ever run, I think, is baby formula, and that runs at 70 to 72. And that's the heaviest, or that's the warmest I've ever hauled. I don't know what the top end of these reefers are. I just know that that's, I set it to where they want me to run it. Well, this one right now, I'm running at negative 10. When I woke up on Sunday morning, it had warmed up to 12. Okay, it's still frozen. It's still good, but I need to get it back down to temperature, or we're going to have problems. This is dough. If dough gets warm, it expands. You know those cans of biscuits when you pop them open? That's what happens when dough expands. I've got 25,000 pounds of dough. I don't want it to get warm, and I don't want it to burst my truck open like a can of biscuits. So yeah, I need to get it fixed, and as soon as possible. So I had to forego the shower. Sunday morning, it's any repairs out on the road on a weekend are chaotic. Sunday's worse. But they were able to find me a place to get it fixed. The guy couldn't come to me. I had to go to him, which meant I'm starting my logbook. I'm heading out. I'm not going to get my shower because my load is more important than my shower. By the time everything is all said and done, getting that fixed and squared away took a couple hours. It wasn't too bad. It had gotten up to 14. I think 14 or 15 is where it reached its high, and now it's running back fine. So by the time I got all said and done, it was afternoon. So there's no way I'm gonna make it 550 miles, with 100 of that being Mountain Pass, and find parking near where I'm delivering. So I go as far as the sun is up, because I know snow is coming on that Mountain Pass. I don't want to be there when it hits, and I know at nighttime it's going to be colder than it is at daytime. So once the sun goes down, I'm starting to look for a spot. It has to be a place that I can shower, because I desperately needed a shower. So I pull over last night into the truck stop, and I don't set my alarm. Generally, I don't set my alarm. The only time I set my alarm is when I have an appointment that I have to be at. I generally just sleep until I wake up, and then run like the Dickens. And I didn't set an alarm last night. And I slept 12 hours, 14 hours. I slept a lot last night. And by the time I woke up, the sun was already up, and it was snowing. So I checked the road conditions, and up on the pass, I have about 200 miles left to go. 100 of that is that Mountain Pass. And up on the pass, they have snow chain law up for commercial vehicles, which I'm a commercial vehicle. So, I know how to chain a truck. And to me, chaining is something that you do to get out of trouble, not into trouble. It's unpaid work. And the more unpaid work I do, the less time I have for the paid work. The other thing is, if weather slows me down below 45 miles an hour, weather, not traffic, not gravity, not any of the other things that can slow you down. Weather specifically, if it slows me down below 45 miles an hour, I'm wasting my time. I'm burning a clock, and I'm not making as much money during that, and it's negatively impacting my paycheck. And when you have chains on your truck, your top speed is about 30 to 35 miles an hour, or else you're going to tear the road up, you're going to tear your truck up, you're going to tear up your trailer, it can be a mess if you go much faster than that. So an hour of unpaid time just to put chains on, then 100 miles at 30 mile an hour, and then half an hour to unchain it, does not make sense to me. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer. So I get up and I take my shower. I take a long shower. I take my time. I come back out to the truck. I check the road conditions. And they're still saying chain. But when I look at the road surface on the traffic cams, it's clear. I'm guessing the website hasn't updated, because there's no reason for chains to be on those roads. So I head out, and it took me 2.5 hours to go to almost 200 miles. No, 170 miles. 2.5 hours, which is a good clip. And now I'm within 20 miles of my delivery, and I'm sitting here waiting for delivery tomorrow morning. So, yeah, it's been an eventful day, and I apologize for waiting so long to get back to you guys. Actually, it's been an eventful weekend. I'll touch base with you guys later.